Recreational therapy has shown tremendous growth and development over the past 2 decades, with current projections showing over 19,000 recreational therapists in the United States today.
You know, I get asked, what is recreational therapy? And it's really the use of recreation and activity-based interventions that are used to increase the physical, social, emotional, and cognitive functioning of persons who've had disabilities, illnesses, injuries. They're on some sort of path to recovery. And they may also be used to help maintain someone's level of functioning in case of some older adults. But the ultimate purpose is for them to increase functioning, to be able to be active in their life, whether it's their family, their community, their recreation and leisure.
The Certified Therapeutic Recreation Specialist Credential, or CTRS, has become the professional standard that exemplifies a professional's dedication to quality and excellence in practice.
A CTRS is a recreation therapy healthcare professional who is a qualified provider of recreation therapy services. It is an individual that has truly demonstrated core competencies in practice. It's an individual who supervises students in clinical practice following guidelines that have been outlined not only by their academic institution, but as well by the credentialing body NCTRC. It's an individual that is participating in professional development and education to ensure that they always are providing the best practices based on evidence-based research and education. They're also an individual that is reassuring the public that they've met a certain number of standards for practice and will continue to meet those standards.
Established in 1981, the National Council for Therapeutic Recreation Certification, or NCTRC, is a nonprofit company. Since its formation, the organization has followed the standards of the Institute for Credentialing Excellence and its accreditation branch, the National Commission for Certifying Agencies, and has maintained its charter membership since 1987.
ICE, or Institute for Credentialing Excellence, is a professional membership organization that provides resources, networking, education for individuals and organizations who work in and serve the credentialing community. They are also the leading developer of certification standards. They are the clearinghouse as well as provider for information and trends related to certification, test development, test delivery, and anything that really impacts the credentialing industry. I think we live in a society where whatever service we receive, whether it's getting our hair cut, whether it's getting our car serviced, we expect the individual or the organization providing that service to have met the highest standards and hold the highest credential that is available for that industry. The CTRS credential is that highest credential.
As the premier credentialing organization for the profession of therapeutic recreation, NCTRC certification and the CTRS credential represent the benchmark of quality for recreational therapists.
NCTRC became the premier credentialing organization for the profession of therapeutic recreation since its establishment in 1981. Since then, NCTRC has certified over 16,000 certificates, and our numbers continue to increase. Really, this comes from where NCTRC's mission is, and that is to make sure that we protect the consumers of therapeutic recreation services by quality services provided by NCTRC certificates. This really comes from where folks are getting their education and making sure that they have good experience to be able to hold that CTRS credential.
Anyone who possesses the CTRS credential has met stringent certification standards regarding education, professional experience, and has successfully completed the national certification exam.
The CTRS credential helps to ensure safe and effective practice of NCTRC certificates. This credential represents the qualified provider of those recreational therapy services. And the way we are able to determine if an individual has met these requirements is through education and experience. NCTRC has a set of certification standards that are consistently being monitored and reviewed by the board of directors, as well as our credentialing organization, the Institute for Credentialing Excellence. And the accreditation branch, the NCCA, makes sure that we are following those accreditation standards. With our certification standards, certificates have to go through an application process that includes submitting information about their education, about their experience, and then taking and passing a national exam. Once they have met those requirements, then they are granted the CTRS credential.
As the need for recreational therapy services continues to grow, the demand for the certification of recreational therapists and the recognition of the importance of the CTRS credential will continue to expand.
I think the role of the CTRS will be affected in several areas. One certainly is going to be in the services that they provide in terms of therapy. I see more intervention services being provided to persons with autism and developmental disabilities. There's also that group of persons who are living longer with more severe disabilities that in the past probably wouldn't be living as long because of the pharmacology and technology that we have today. And the last thing is certainly an advocacy, that we are going to have to get out there and be more visible for health disparities, access to healthcare for persons with disability, and advocating for different legislative efforts to protect persons with special needs and disabilities.
For more information, visit www.nctrc.org.